Greetings from any part of the world you're watching me now. My name is Mrs Aishat, and you're welcome to my program, Nigeria Deserves Better. Today is Wednesday, 16th of July, 2025. And I give a big shout out to my only and beautiful daughter, Vanessa. On the 10th of this month was her birthday. Yes. Since she has been born, the girl has been making some very giant strides. And I'm well pleased with her. Baby, I love you. Happy birthday. Although you're far away from us at the moment, we love and respect you. And we pray that you will continue to be who you are. We love you, darling. Daddy's missing you. Everybody's missing you. I'm wishing you a very lovely, happy birthday. Cheers to you. Cheers to the woman you have become. Cheers for making Daddy proud. I love you really good. I really do. Well, that's it. Let me come down to the topic of today. And that is President and General Muhammadu Buhari. I don't know, is it GFC or whatever they call them? I know, Grand Commander GC, Grand Commander of the Federal Republic, GCFR. Yes. I'm happy that I'm going to discuss this. And if you're interested in joining me in this discussion, you can log in online, you come up, and we talk. However, I'm going to make my own personal observation. No strings attached. Absolutely. My own personal observation. I'm not making any reservation. The topic of my discussion is Muhammadu Buhari, the good, the bad, the ugly. The good, the bad, the ugly. That is the truth about him. Anybody might be telling me, okay, let the dead. He's dead. Let's not say anything about it. He's this, he's that. Yes, I agree with you. And I quite sympathize with the family. Honestly, to Aishat Buhari, to all the children, to the relatives, I sympathize with them. But to any of his relatives that partake in that 8 years of destruction of Nigeria, I don't sympathize with you at all. To any of the friends who joined him in destroying Nigeria, I don't sympathize with you at all. I am coming here, and why I'm here specifically is to discuss Muhammadu Buhari. Nothing more, nothing less. To the Gen Zs, the younger generation who never knew this man, let me just give you a lowdown. You see, you don't need to listen to whatever they're writing there, whatever they're telling you there about this man. This man, as far as I am concerned, is a killer. He's a murderer. Let nobody come online here to start telling me, don't talk about the dead. I'm going to say it, and I have no reservations to make. 2015, when you guys brought this guy back to power, I warned you people. The people that listened to me held themselves. But whoever that joined in bringing this human being to power should as well take that responsibility. The words I'm going to use this morning or this afternoon or this evening, from any part of the world you're watching me, on this man, is equally reflecting on you. Buhari has been playing around Nigeria since 1966, when he was already a commissioned military officer. He joined in the coup, the counter coup, that Agu Ironsi was killed. He was one of the masterminders. He executed one of those actions. This Buhari you see, no wonder he has a particular hatred for Ndi Igbo, the people he normally call the dot people, the 5%. And any Igbo man coming here to tell me nonsense or to eulogize Buhari is not normal. If you like, you can say this is tribalism, you can say anything you want to say. Let it be. I have never seen in my life somebody as nepotistic, a religious bigot, a liar, a fraudster like this man you see here on my screen. Look at him. Look at him. I have never seen. We can't continue to keep quiet. And the need for us to discuss this man is very important. If we do not disturb this man, discuss this man, in that case, any other person will still feel free and do whatever they want to do, thinking they'll get away with it. This man deserved to be in jail and not to be granted public holidays and not to be given a grand commander reception. Nigeria gave this man everything, and this man took away everything from Nigeria. And you Gen Zs who don't know, of course I don't blame you people, because Buhari is one of those who made sure that history was never taught in Nigeria, in Nigerian schools. They know that once history is taught, they will be exposed in their entirety. And that's why up to tomorrow, history is not taught in Nigerian schools because of blood-sucking demons like this man. From the very first time he entered, he has been shedding the blood of Nigerians till today. And he has been involved in all facets. I take it. After Aguiyi-Ironsi, he joined General Gowon. All of them came to power. They were all there. Murtala Mohammed came to power. He was made the governor of Northeastern state. That was when he was governor there. Later, they changed it to Gongola State. This Buhari. Two-time governor. He was rocking. Gowon was overthrown in 1973. And Murtala Mohammed came to power. When Murtala Mohammed came to power, Buhari himself was involved. I don't want to name the others, but I'm talking about this particular man who some of you today are eulogizing. You eulogize him because you are a hater of Nigeria. Buhari continued in his political life. He can't even walk. He has been living on government money. As a military cadet, up to where he is and where he died, everything has to surround about him is money from the government. Most of us cannot even eat a single bread. Even government has not given us bread. But here is a man that has been living on borrowed resources from the Federal Republic of Nigeria, on taxpayers' money, and lying to the world that he's a poor man. Buhari says he's a poor man. Why are his children, all of them studied in London, studied abroad? Who was paying for their school fees? Who is deceiving who? He's telling us somebody bought a form for him to contest the election. What a fallacy. If you don't know, Buhari continued in 1974. Obasanjo took over power in 1972 after the death of Murtala Mohammed. And Obasanjo later made him, I think, the Minister of Petroleum or the Chairman of Petroleum Trust Funds. It was under the eyes of Buhari that 2.8 billion naira, as at that time, $1 was 50 kobo. 2.8 billion naira. 1 naira was $2. 1978. That money was missing till today. Nobody has accounted for that money. And somebody will come and tell me that this man is a poor man. I was looking at Femi Adesina saying his friends were paying for him. What the hell are you talking about? Somebody who had looted Nigeria from inception, 1978. Where is the money? 2.8 billion naira. If you young guys, young boys and girls don't know, I'm opening your ears for you to know. As if that wasn't enough. Obasanjo handed power in 1979. Shehu Shagari took over. MPN, MPP, UPN, that's MPN Shagari, MPP, Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe. UPN was Chief Obafemi Awolowo. Aminu Kano was PRP. Waziri Ibrahim was GNPP. They all continued. They all continued. Democracy was going on. The Naira was still at least balancing and stabilizing well. 1983, Buhari struck again and removed democratically elected government of Shehu Shagari. And what did he do as a religious bigot? He pushed Shagari because he's a Muslim like him under house arrest. Took Alex Ekweme, who is second in command. Let me ask you something. Who is supposed to answer for atrocities for failed systems? If not the president. But the president was comfortably put under house arrest. His vice, Dr. Alex Ekwueme, was put in jail. Kirikiri. Ambrose Ali in jail, governor of Bender State. Michael Ajase, who I think Oyoson Yoruba, was put in jail. Sam Onona Kambakwe, who built the old Imo and Abia State, was put in jail. So in fact, any Southerner was dumped in jail by this human being. "31st of December 1983, he took over power. And glory be to God. While he was in power, he promulgated Decree 2. He promulgated Decree 4. Silencing the press, nobody should talk. Before we knew it, he slaughtered Bartholomew Owo, a young student from IMT Enugu, for carrying drugs. He murdered him. Even most of the people who were shouting in 2015, "Let us bring Buhari," he said, disciplinary. They don't even know that the brain behind the discipline involved was Tunde Diabo. But Nigeria, being where it is, a very corrupt and dangerous society, they murdered Tunde Diabo. Even before Tunde Diabo, they knew that Tunde Diabo was going to be useful. They murdered him and buried him. That's how they eliminated Tunde Diabo. So in 2015, when people were shouting Buhari, I knew that Buhari wouldn't do anything. And I was strictly against it. And I was saying it out. I continue to say it. Nobody listening to me. Here is a man who has already spent as a military junta 2 years in Nigeria. Within that 2 years, from 1984 to 1985, the Naira lost its value. Buhari destroyed the Naira. From what it was, $2, 1 Naira was $2. By the time Buhari left office, when he was overthrown by Babangida, glory be to God. And that's the only reason why I love Babangida. By the time he overthrew Babangida overthrew him, the Naira was already $6, 6 Naira to $1. This is the man you people went and put in 2015, and you're expecting a magic. A religious bigot. Somebody who doesn't see anything outside his faith. He destroys everybody that comes around him. This is the man. And what are we getting today? A collapsed country. Collapsed. They packaged this man and brought to us. There is no evil happening to Nigeria that this man is not involved. Not even one. Not even one. There is no evil. He goes for the worst throughout his life. He murdered Bartholomew Owo, backdated it and murdered him. Somebody who was caught before Decree 2 came to effect. Decree 4 came to effect. They backdated the decree and murdered him. As if that wasn't enough. He joined Abacha's government. He was chairman of Petroleum Trust Fund. All of you know how bad Abacha's government was. And Buhari was part of it. And you tell me that it's a cent? Which cent are you talking about? Which cent are you guys talking about? And let me tell you, stop keeping quiet, my people. Stop keeping quiet. Tell these people to their faces. So that tomorrow, anybody sitting in that power will realize that there is what you call posthumous judgment. You can be judged even after you're dead. It's not how much money you have. It's not how many times you have ruled people. What matters is, what is the legacy you have left behind? That is the question we're asking. Just look at his statement. Because he lost the election, the dogs and baboons will be soaked in blood. And we thought he was joking. We thought he was joking. Today, are the dog are there not human blood all over Nigeria? All over Nigeria, from Karan and Mother to Calabar, from what do you call it, Sokoto to Lagos. The blood of Nigerians are used in sacrifices. Thanks to this man. Kidnappings, terrorism, thanks to this man. I don't even want to talk about how he destroyed the economy of Nigeria. In 1984, after taking over, in fact, he took over 83, 31st December. 1984, he landed in Ajakuta. I am a product of Ajakuta State Company. As at 1983, Ajakuta was already producing mills. We were producing rod, producing already. And today, what is Ajakuta? It's a dead end. Thanks to Buhari. What did Buhari do? He took the general manager of Ajakuta State Company, Dr. F.R.C. Ezemenari, the only man who completed that steel industry to the level it was. He took him and dumped him in jail. Why? Because he comes from the dot section of the country, which he normally uses as his language. A man with 3 PhD degrees, a Canadian citizen, Nigerian born, a nuclear physicist, somebody who was able to combine Pax Mekong of India as consultants with TH from export from Russia and combined it, and things were moving forward in Ajakuta. We were working 3 shifts, morning shift, afternoon shift, night shift. They trained over not less than 12,000 Nigerians in India, in Russia, in all the places. Alaja State Company was everywhere, was functioning until Buhari struck. Buhari destroyed the steel industry, the straight dream of Nigeria. Thank you, Buhari. Destroyed. Today is gambling, politics upon politics, son of the soil syndrome. Nobody knows what is happening again. They sell to India, they sell to, they come bring back Russia, they bring back Ukraine, they carry it. These are nonsenses. A steel industry that is supposed to be bedrock of development in Nigeria has been reduced to rubbish thanks to Buhari. When Ono was put forward as the person for OAU candidatureship, just because he's an Igbo man from the dot section, Buhari went to the OAU and voted against Ono. He voted for the Nigerian, the candidate from Niger, to win against an Igbo man. And you tell me that he's a Nigerian? He preferred and voted for a Nigerian, not his Nigeria that he claims to come from. And you come out here, you're reading all sorts of eulogy here, telling me he's this, he's that. Come on, stop that trash. We don't buy those. Please, gentlemen, tell him to his face who he is. We can't continue to hide it. Tell them. As they are seated there and they do nothing, tell them to their faces. Let them know. And let them not think we are blind. We are not blind. We know what we are doing. Yes, I tell you, we do. They get there, they do anything. Buhari took everything from Nigeria and gave Nigeria nothing. Nothing, absolutely nothing. Even till death, even after death, he was even buried and transported back to Nigeria. On taxpayers' money. After all, that presidential jet, whose money are they using to fuel it? Look at the economy. Everything is in shambles. Look at what he has, the way he has dealt with everybody in the country. Nobody is saying anything. As long as he's comfortable, he doesn't care. All he knows is himself. And you tell me I should not talk of the dead. Please go and sit down in your house if you cannot talk. I will talk. This man is supposed to be he committed crime against humanity. He's supposed to be languishing in jail. That's where he belongs. I'm not giving a state burial. He's a killer. He's a murderer. He was involved with Abacha. For years he was there, holding our petroleum funds. And where is it? God gave him a second chance, twice chance as president of Nigeria. What did he do with it? He goofed all. 10 good years. 2 years as military head of state. And 8 years as president. What did he leave for us? A battered economy. Terrorism. Religious bigotry. Kidnappings. Now we cannot move from one place to the other. I remember when I was in Nasarawa Federal Polytechnic, I used to move from Nasarawa to Kano by road to Jos to everywhere. As a member of the K guys, I was going everywhere. We feared nothing. We never knew there was even a difference between North and South. The maximum they can call you Nyamiri, you laugh over it. You call him another name, just like would be freely. And today, go and do it in Nigeria. Because of, I don't even want to call him a human being. Because of things in human form like this. In 2020, what did he do? People were asking him, end SARS. That SARS was on their neck. And what did he do? He ordered the massacre of innocent children, young boys and girls. A lot of them exiled for their dear life. How do you compensate and explain to the mothers and fathers whose children you killed on that fateful day? And you call yourself a human being? You ordered your soldiers to go and murder them? In quest of Nnamdi Kanu, you went to Afaruku, sent your soldiers and murdered Igbo people. You slaughtered everybody. Because Nnamdi Kanu is telling you the truth to your face. Eventually, you brought him to Nigeria and abandoned him in jail. And Tinubu is still keeping him there. This is somebody that even the DSS officially are saying that they spend over 500,000 or 500 million, I don't know how much they're spending, naira, to just bring him to court. You're putting that kind of security on a civilian. And the whole of the country is being ravaged by terrorists. Nobody's talking about them. But as long as an Igbo man, let him be there. That is the wickedness in you. And let me say it, any man, especially any Igbo man, who goes about utilizing Buhari is doing that out of personal gain. Maybe along the way, his government favored you, you stole like him, because he's a thief. Yes, he is a thief, complete thief. He's not exonerated from anything. He started stealing from 1978 to 2.8 billion. As at that time, it was 2.8. 2.8. That's $5.6 billion. 2.8 times 2. Calculated, that was then. Then came into Abacha. Again, Petroleum Trust Fund. Then when he became president again, he said Petroleum Ministry is under him. Go and see an NPC. Fraud upon fraud. Fraud everywhere. And you say he's not getting anything? My people, we are no fools. This generation will ask questions. Don't think that we don't know all these things. We do. And we can no more keep quiet because these things are happening daily and they're getting to excesses. You take from the whole of Benue, massacre here and there. Go to Plateau, the same thing. Come down to Aba, the same thing. Go down to Ebonyi State. Go down to Enugu State. People in their farms are being slaughtered daily. By who? Terrorists that Buhari brought from wherever he knows where. He loves cows more than human beings. He's in love with cows. He doesn't even consider any Nigerian a human being. And let nobody make any mistake here to go and check the people of Southern Kaduna. Do you know how many Christians that has been eliminated, destroyed? All in the name of religion. All these things happening under the eyes of Buhari. Wait a minute. Let me just read something here for you, because I saw this thing. It was really interesting for me to read. Yes, I saw it, and I think it's an interesting read. When I saw it, I was wondering. I said, what exactly is happening? The writer actually caught a little part of my brain. It's copied. I'm going to paste it later. He says, no tribute could have been better written. That is me writing. I have read all manner of eulogies in credit to Muhammadu Buhari, many of which are pretentious. Buhari is best summarized as a tragedy on our collective responsibilities. Many of us who campaigned and voted for that charlatan to be president in 2015 were babies and little children when he first governed Nigeria as a military head of state in 1984. Unfortunately, the bulk of us bought into the lie of an impeccable character. We wanted a better country with equal opportunity for all to thrive. I am not afraid to say that Buhari is the worst lie to be sold a people. Is the writer not right? He's very correct. The worst lie to be told a people. And he goes for that. He said, God wanted to be humored by our president belief in Buhari, persistent belief in Buhari. He allowed us to have him. We had 8 years of disaster, 8 years of terrorism, 8 years of deaths, 8 years of hardships, chaos, contentions, and shame. Nigerians have never been as divided as they were under Buhari. Buhari for 8 years did not add anything to Nigeria. He took from the country all. He superintended the rapacious theft of our wealth. Nigeria suffered a terrible blight under his watch. Buhari was the destroyer. Buhari was a thief and murderer. The good book warned about. Under his watch, sacred institutions were demystified. This writer writing, he said the judiciary, the scallywag, referring to Buhari, ousted a sitting chief judge without recourse to lay down procedures. Just tell me, you took a whole chief justice of Nigeria, destroyed his career, forced him out of office, tried him, public disgrace, a career judge. I don't know whether by now the man is even entitled to a pension. What sin did he commit? Because he did the right thing. It was only that 2 weeks that Osibanjo, under the 8 years Buhari ruled, Osibanjo was in power, that Nigeria felt a little change, that normalcy was coming in. The moment that was happening, he came in immediately, took over the government from Osibanjo and continued his solid destruction. He removed the chief judge. What did the chief judge do for doing the right thing? He knew that this judge will not allow this nonsense that is happening. Today, the judiciary has been turned into a laughing stock, thanks to Buhari. Today, Nigerians don't even believe in the judiciary. When you talk about the judiciary, Nigerians laugh. They don't care about the judiciary. They look down on the judiciary as it's another waste, thanks to Buhari. Thanks to him. You know, when we are saying these things, people don't seem to understand what we are talking about. Or probably they are keeping quiet. They understand that they don't care. I tell you, you have to care. Because you're dealing with principalities and powers. These are children of demons that are not ready to repent. And like their father, the demon, the Satan, they are very dangerous and very dastardly and very wicked. And they will stop at nothing, at total destruction of mankind. That is their aim. Throughout Buhari was alive, he made sure that blood of Nigerians were being shed. The land was soaked with blood. Any slightest reason, it was destruction in Nigeria. That is the kind of human being he was. And that is the kind of person that people will come out and start saying, oh, you eulogize Buhari. God damn. You guys, some of you people are insane. It's either you're deceiving yourself or you need to be sent to rehabilitation centers. Yes. Yes. Anybody that puts votes for this man, what I'm saying today refers to you included. Even the writer of this I'm reading. Yes. Even the writer. The Nigerian army, the police, corruption wore a bold face under his watch. Bandits elsewhere, terrorists everywhere, villages were ransacked. Kidnappers took over the roads. Professionals fled from the country. The youth, all of them ran away. Japa syndrome, thanks to Buhari. And go and look. All those children, those professionals that have left Nigeria are doing wonders in other countries. They are performing excellently well in other countries. Buhari rolled out army tanks against unarmed young protesters and murdered children who only sought for better policing. NSAS. Till date, we don't even know the number of people that were murdered. There was no apology. He never apologized, even in death. Only now he's telling his wife when he was dying to come and apologize to us. Madam, with all respect to you, I'm not accepting that apology. And a lot of Nigerians are not accepting it. Yes. I can tell you that more than 150 million, including all those psychophants around you, know that your husband was a Van de Terrible. Your husband could only be compared to Idi Amin Dada, baby dog of Haiti, the worst of dictators. This is where he belongs. Check his burial. How many head of states really came there? No reasonable head of state. Even the Ghanaian president wasn't there. It was the old one. Because normal people cannot come. Normal people cannot come there. He's a thief who lied that he didn't have money to pay for his forms, yet turned around to mock and scum at Nigerians with children in foreign universities, with a senseless forex policy. All the while, he had his children schooling in foreign countries, and he's telling us he has no money. How was he getting money to pay for his two children who were studying in foreign universities, all of them? Yet he has no money. It's so ironical. You see, when somebody becomes a pathological liar, when you have developed such skin that you will lie even to death. Gloom covered the land from Benue to Plateau, from Aba on, the blood of citizens cried. And in all of this, Buhari picked his teeth and read newspapers in Aso Rock. In China, Buhari would have been executed for crime against his country and his people. In Singapore, the same. Buhari is a memory that should be remembered in retribution. Except for the children or close relatives. It's only in retribution that you remember him. That is where he has left his legacy. Believe me, if the family listening to me, I'm being very straightforward. I'm telling you the truth the way it is. I'm telling you guys the truth the way it is. This is the man you call your father. That's the legacy here, and this is from the eyes of Nigerians. We are not lying to you. We're not bending words. We're not here to start quoting words. We don't quote words. We say it the way they are. And that's why I always my term, Nigeria deserves better. We make frank talks. Buhari is how not to be a Nigerian president. He existed for no one except himself. A man who was given everything yet gave nothing back to the country. Not even a hospital to treat himself at old age. Can you imagine when somebody can be this mean to the extent that you become mean to yourself? No hospital to even treat you in your old age. At least you would have built that clinic even in your backyard, even in Aso Rock. And bring in foreign doctors. It is true that the burden of death is on the living. We acknowledge that he will not read this, but his children and his children's children will read of the darkness Buhari was. He must tell about Buhari, and we must tell about Buhari, the fraudster. We will not let you bully us with the revelation of who Buhari was. You will not blackmail citizens into believing that Buhari was a statesman. Buhari was never a statesman. Buhari voted against Nigeria in the OAU summit. He voted against Nigeria, against Nigeria's candidate. He gave that candidature to Niger. Even when Buhari was in power, he was doing everything for Niger Republic and not for Nigeria. Even currently, did the president of Niger even come for his burial? No. He was building road to Maradi, building railway, everything. And the southeast was dilapidating. He doesn't care. And you say I should come here and be, eulogizing Buhari. Woe betide you. He was a crook. We live the consequences of his ineptitude, irresponsibility, bigotry, nepotism, bitterness, incompetence, fraud, etc. for 8 years. That's how we suffered it. 8 good years under this man. That memory is not an illusion, it is real. Of course, death does not and should not cancel consequences. I agree. That somebody is dead today does not mean that, after all, when you're talking about baby dog of Haiti, that he died, it does not mean that he did not commit havoc there. Idi Amin, that he died does not mean he didn't commit havoc in Uganda. Paul Biya, that is almost not working, does not mean he did not commit havoc in Cameroon. There are lots and lots of dictators all over. Eyadema. We have to talk about it. So don't come here and start telling me that, you don't talk about the death. I'm going to talk about it. It's a disaster. The worst of anybody that ruled Nigeria. I have seen nations convict leaders posthumously. The way they give them, the way Abiola, for instance, was given posthumous award as president of Nigeria, is the same way they should try Buhari in death and convict him. So that wherever he is, and I'm sure maybe he has gone to his father, the devil, wherever he is, that is what is happening there. Yes. Let's not make any mistake about it. Convict him, try him. Convict him. That's where it belongs. And the consequences melted to their memory. It is my hope that someday a generation of Nigerians will crop up. And men like Buhari will be made to pay for their crime against nation and the collective humanity. Yes. In all, Buhari was a tragedy. A calamity he was. Yes. Let me just remove him from here. I don't want to see him again. I'm tired. Just a calamity. We only remember him for sorrow. We don't remember him for anything good. I can understand his children, his what do you call them? Relatives feeling for him. But I tell you, any other person, like I saw Amechi going up and down there, dressing turban. If you are a Christian, ask yourself, What has been happening to the people in southern Kaduna? What has been happening to them? Why is nobody talking about them? Why? Why is nobody talking about the people in southern Kaduna who were murdered under Buhari? All those people that were killed all over Nigeria, rolling down. Why are they not being remembered? And all you guys do. Buhari has done nothing. He destroyed our economy. He finished Nigeria. And I'm not the only one saying this. I'm not. I'm not the only one. Because if I were to be the only one, then people will say, okay, we know. I'm not the only one. Just listening to Nigerians.
Would you miss your ex-president Buhari?
No, I will not miss him.
I don't really miss him. I don't.
It's not possible. I'm not even missing him for 1%.
No, not in any way. Who is Buhari?
Those that benefited from him might miss him now, but more than 100 million Nigerians will not miss him.
I beg, talk another thing, Joe. Let me pray Buhari. What you concern me? Nothing concern me and Buhari, I beg.
Yes, I will miss him.
You miss him?
Yes. As a human being. Yeah, every life is precious. Yeah, so I will miss him based on that.
No, I don't miss him.
You don't miss him at all?
At all.
So you're not missing him at all?
Are you missing him?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Why? Why wouldn't you miss that man?
Because he put Nigerians through a lot for that 8 years that he was a president. So I can't really say I'm going to miss him.
He's not a good leader. He never cared. He didn't even know what was happening in Nigeria. How can I miss a man like that?
The economy of Nigeria is down because of that man. And they rigged the election and give it to Tinubu because of that man.
Look at the condition of Nigeria. We need deliverance. The country is going down the drain. Nigeria is almost like it's not a country.
No rule of law, poor human rights. Nnamdi Kanu is still in prison. Even this Tinubu said, what is the boy still doing in prison?
Has he not done something to effect change in Nigeria that will make you miss him?
Positive or negative change?
Positive change.
I don't think there's any.
I don't see anything Buhari have done for the country. Because of the way he left the country, I'm not in support of any president. Even the present one now, I don't support them.
Are you saying that there's nothing this man has ever done that can make you at least remember him for?
He told us during the campaign that he was going to fight corruption, which was the main reason why people voted for him, based on the fact that they knew him during his military time as a disciplinarian. But at the end of the day, it was during his regime that we really experienced corruption in the open. So he didn't really do anything positive. It's just a continuation, it's a circle.
He invited the Fulanis from the Niger Republic, and he spent a lot of Nigeria money to construct road to Niger.
No, I only remember him for the bad things. When he was in the military, yes, telling us saying war against indiscipline. The Nigerians are not free, they can't talk there. You don't do that here now. See London, everybody's free.
What would you have wanted to see different from Buhari's regime?
In terms of security, to have taken it seriously.
Cost of living, one. Cost of petrol, two.
Good road, walk. You were graduate in Nigeria. Do you know how much you will be earning? If you earn 60,000, you will be clapping yourself. Let them provide for the masses. They can now put the remaining in their pocket.
Insecurity in Nigeria is being like that, and it's not going to change because all of them are the same. Look at Tinubu, for instance. It's even worse than Buhari.
I think they should have done more in terms of healthcare in Nigeria. I see no reason why they should come abroad. It's a shame that he died in abroad. So what is happening to our hospital? So he has not done anything anyway.
I feel like shedding tears right now, honestly.
We need to shed. If he's shedding our tears, we redeem Nigeria. I don't mind. I will shed it from morning till night.
My people, you are hearing it. They are not my words alone. These are Nigerians. These are Nigerians. I can tell you that 95% of Nigerians are happy this man died. That is the truth. That is the truth. If not 99.9, believe you me. And when you look at something like, what do you call his name? our President Tinubu, you still have your time to redeem your legacy. You still have your time and you start working now. Because I can tell you for sure, if you fail, this generation of Nigerians, the Gen Z, they don't forgive. You're hearing it. They don't forgive. Your own will be worse to what they will say or tell you, even when you're dead. I just pity that it will be only your close friends and members of a family that will feel the disgrace you bring upon them if you don't start working now. You have a chance to redeem. Redeem yourself between man, humanity, and God. Do the right things. If I were you, if I cannot, I better throw in the towel. We are still in 2025 and you people are already planning for 2027, how you're going to rig election. That's not what we're talking about. You guys cannot fool us anymore. Meanwhile, here is your daughter in London, feeling good. When Nigerians are suffering, feeling good. You see, we should try as much as possible to know what we are doing. Look at her. Look at her here. I have nothing against her. I'm not. These are the all children. It's not her fault that she's born into your family. She has the right to feel good. Yes, the only difference between you and Buhari is that you're not lying. Yes, you stole money from Lagos State. That is basic. You accept that you have the excess money. No doubt. That's the aspect I respect you for. And not when after entering, Buhari was governor of Northeast, governor of Gongola State, chairman of Petroleum Trust Fund twice, head of state in 84, 85, two-time president of Nigeria, and he's coming out to tell me that he is broke. Now, I beg, you people are, anybody that writes nonsense again and bring to the social media to say about this man, wallahi, thunder will go fire that person. He's still doing warm-up for my backyard. Yeah. Criminals. Anyway, I'm going to stop here today. Later in the evening, I'll come up online again. I'll try as much as possible between my work schedule to actually be coming up. And let's discuss things concerning Nigeria. I don't wish you to rest in peace. If you like, rest in peace is all I care. I don't want to know anything. You just don't deserve to be mentioned. You don't deserve to be given public holidays. You don't deserve to be anything at all. So that's the truth. You don't deserve to be anything. So, my people, until I come your way again, have a blessed day. Thank you.